Welcome to the Everything Podcast, and in this episode, I'm going to be discussing the announcement of Unit Era's Hostile Universe. But before I get onto that, I'm recording this episode on Christmas Eve, which means I'm recording this episode on the 24th of December 2025, and you will notice that similar episodes will have that kind of recording date because my plan today is to record the remainder of the episodes of 2025, which sounds bigger than it is because it's only the next week. But as with the podcast being timey-wimey, the Christmas special is already recorded and Matt is just having the finishing touches as we speak. But for me, I haven't seen it, whereas because this episode will be released afterwards, you will be hopefully you will have hopefully watched it. If you haven't, please go check out even if it's just to see what Matt has added to the episode. So yeah, because even though I record the episode, I don't know what Matt has added to it. So be interesting. But as I said, we'll talk about the announcement of Unit Era's Hostile Universe, which was announced on the 22nd of December 2025. This could be the last Big Finish announcement of the year. Probably know by luck they'll announce something today, but who knows. But yeah, this was announced the day after the finale of The War Between the Land and the Sea, which I think is why they've waited to announce it. But we're going to read the press release, which is titled Unit Era's Tour. The fearless defenders of Earth return in a brand new audio series. Gemma Redgrave, Ingrid Oliver, Bonnie Langford and more star in Unit Era's Hostile Universe, due April 2026. We've got a bit of synopsis for the range, Unit Eras, because it's a brand new range. Unit, humanity's first and best line of defense against a hostile universe, no matter where, no matter when. Since its foundation in the mid-20th century, Unit, the Unified Intelligence Task Force, has been protecting the Earth from alien threats. Often they have aid from the Time Lord known as the Doctor, but sometimes they have to rely on their own expert personnel and high-tech resources. A brand new audio series, Unit Eras, will highlight heroes from across the history of the organisation, beginning with a 4-episode anthology titled Hostile Universe. That seems to suggest that maybe it won't always be an anthology, but it continues. This box set will comprise brand new adventures starring Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart, now played by John Coleshaw, his daughter Kate Stewart, played by Gemma Redgrave, Osgood, played by Ingrid Oliver, Sarah Jane Smith, now played by Sadie Miller, and Harry Sullivan, played by Christopher Nolan. We have heard John Coleshaw as the Brigadier in previous stories, including the Third Doctor Adventures, and Sadie Miller as Sarah Jane Smith, and Christopher Nolan as Harry Sullivan in their brand new spin-off Smith and Sullivan, which released earlier this year, as well as what was I going to say? As well as the Fourth Doctor Adventures, primarily. It continues. It will also feature the Big Finish debut of Colonel Mace, played by Rupert Holiday Evans, from 2008 Doctor Who story The Sontaran Stratagem and the Poison Sky, as well as this was the bit of the press release which has got the internet, or X primarily, where I've seen it, talking, as well as the first Big Finish audio episode set during the 15th Doctor's era of the show. Melanie Bush, played by Bonnie Langford, and the Vlinks, played by Nicholas Briggs, star in this adventure as Unit Skyscraper HQ is sent into lockdown. Now, the reason why I just thought I should finish it before I expand on my point about the talk about it being being set during the 15th Doctor's era, because that isn't that long ago at all, and in Big Finish world, normally it's a couple of years before they can do any content, so kind of it kept being pushed back. So for example, being their license keeps being extended. So for example, up until 2015, Big Finish didn't have the license for the new series, and then they did, and then they got the 12th Doctor era, and then they got the 13th Doctor era quite recently, with those releases starting this year. And then to do the 14th and 15th Doctors as well. With this, so the 4 episodes in Unit Era's Hostile Universe are we don't know who's in which story. We just don't know. We just know the titles. Hopefully, it'll be announced in the future because it's released in April. We've got Rise of the Valiant, written by Andrew Smith. The Indigo Child, written by Ken Bentley. The Life and Death of Private Eddie Wise, written by Hannah Kennedy. And Dead Star, written by Joshua Pruitt and Jonathan S. Powell. Now, if it was to be a guess, I'd guess that the 2008 set story will be the Indigo Child. That's just a guess, but who knows? And we've got actually a few comments from the producer, Helen Challenge, who said, Unit has been a reliable, exciting and ever-evolving part of the world of Doctor Who. It's one of my favourite parts, showcasing the flaws and triumphs of human nature through iconic characters such as the Brigadier, Osgood, Harry Sullivan and Kate Stewart. I was thrilled by the opportunity to delve deeper into times when the TARDIS isn't around and the Doctor's friends simply have to do the best they can against impossible odds. This new range is an anthology series. Oh, so it is an anthology continuously, it seems. With each story standing alone, going from the 1970s right up to the 2020 to see how much Unit has changed in its long history. We've got, and she also says, our hostile universe features a close encounter with Daleks during the Stolen Earth, so that's during series 4. Finds the Vinx feeling a bit frosty, so that is the story set during the 15th Doctor era. Quite recently. Shows the toll Unit takes on some of its soldiers, who knows where that's set, and answers the question of how Kate Stewart was spending her time after her house was burned. I think that was during Flux. I should mention that Unit Era's Hostile Universe is digital only, as is most of Big Finish's at the moment. So just bear that in mind. But yeah, let me know. That's it for the press release. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the announcement of Unit Era's Hostile Universe, as well if you're planning to listen to it when it is released in April 2026. Without further ado, I will see you in a future episode of the podcast. See you then. Goodbye.